Well, that's not the right. Never mind. Hi! Sorry, my mind went. It skipped a step. Hello, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Happy middle of the week to all of you. Ugh. I'm not, like, I just yawned, but I don't feel sleepy. I just ate, that might be it. I had a chicken parm sandwich. Because I made chicken parm yesterday, and we had a bunch of rolls left over from Easter, so we just made sandwiches out of it. And it was yummy, but it was messy. And the rolls are like ciabatta, so they're really chewy, like tough a little bit. And so my teeth hurt a little bit. It was fun. Or fun, what the fuck? Easter was fun. Making chicken parm was a little less fun because the chicken was too thick and I had to keep cooking it for a long time until it was done. But yeah, work was pretty easy today. What did I do? I had the last of the cake. Cake was yummy. And that's pretty much it. I just kind of took it easy today. So I'm glad to be able to stream tonight. Okay. Let's get started. Oh, you might notice I got rid of the chat box. Well, the chat box is still there, chat is still there, but now it looks a little bit more organic, like it looks like, windows on my screen. So I thought that was kind of nice. I don't know. I think it kind of matches a little better. We'll see. Yeah, your pop-ups. Alternatively, I could have, like, all the messages, like, pop up, like, in a field, like, in random locations, but I thought that would be, like, hard to follow and distracting, so I didn't go with that. I went with this, you know, in order, zigzag kind of way, but I like how it looks. Alright. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. My name is Kat. I'm a VTuber, a variety streamer, and a little fellow in your computer. I use she, her, they, them pronouns. You can use them interchangeably if you'd like. This is an 18+ stream, so if you're under the age of 18, I need to ask you to leave. Gotta go. I'm sorry. This game has blood in it, okay? I got a couple socials you can follow if you're so inclined. And boobs! There are boobs in this game. They're big. I got a Twitter, I got a Tumblr, I got a Discord you can join. We talk about recipes mostly nowadays, but I'm not opposed. I like looking at cake. Hang on, I'm gonna adjust my blinking because it looks a little weird. Turn the smoothing down a little bit. Okay. If you like what I do in any capacity, there are a number of ways you can support the stream, some of which are free. You can watch the stream, you can tell your friends, you can take clips of stuff you find funny, you can share those clips around, you can follow the stream and get access to a bunch of my emotes that you can use in my chat. You can sub and get access to even more of those emotes that you can use wherever you'd like, and get me closer to getting you more emotes, etc. You can cheer with bits. I got some alerts for that. You can also send a direct tip if you don't want Twitch to take your money. There is a button in my description that says, support the stream. You click on it and it'll take you to a page where you can send me a tip. I get 100% of tips. They're highly encouraged, or not encouraged, but appreciated, but not required. Okay. I'm gonna tweak that one setting a little bit more. Because it's we're looking a little funky. Okay. Alright. We are going to get back into Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. We're on the last case. A little bit of a content warning. There is a plot point in this case that revolves around a suicide attempt and a completed suicide. If that is going to be rough for you, you know, take it easy. Take care of yourself. I would rather you be in a good way than stick around for the stream. Please don't, you know, be good to yourself. Don't watch stuff that makes you feel bad if you don't want to feel bad. I won't feel bad if you're taking care of yourself. Alright, let's get into it. Let me turn this music down. And, open the game. Where'd Steam go? Here it is. Library. I don't want to see my downloads. I want to see... Where's my frickin' library? It's showing me all my, like, updates. Show me the games! Home. Thank you. Sorry. No, I'm getting the game open, don't worry. There we go. Yay! Lawyer's time! Okay. Oh no, cry! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Oh right, we didn't get the acquittal like we were supposed to. There, Pearls. I can't take it anymore. Ah! Look, it'll be alright. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt mine. He won't because Mr. Ungard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Cheer up. We don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going. Music is louder than me. Can't have that. How's that? I had to turn up King of the Castle, so that's why it was louder than before. You're right. Mystic Maya is in much more pain than I am. Yes, that's right. So... Hey, you guys! Glad I caught you, pal. Mr. Scruffy Detective! Oh boy, looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now, and I came to talk to you, pal. Well, we're kind of busy right now. So, what are you gonna do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? So, do you have a new job lined up yet? Oh, that. What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday. I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal. Say what? You'll be searching for things that'll prove Mr. Ungard's innocence all day, right? Well, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I've got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things. Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? Instant noodles, pal. Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods? That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Never thought he'd say something like, he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself. He said that? That's horrible. Because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. Truth? Miss Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in the testimony itself, but I still think there's something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. You mean about that thing, pal? Why would she want to... No, I mean, almost need to frame Mr. Engarde. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said all day. Then you're saying the testimony was a lie? Not a lie, per se. It just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. Or that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe. That's such a dirty trick! Even that woman prosecutor was better than that! Franziska von Karma? Speaking of Miss von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning? Miss von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol, sir, pal. But she's going to be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but... Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. They should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital. Which one? What? You gonna visit her, pal? No. Well, I was kind of thinking about it. Hey, you've actually got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death, not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for you to... Good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal. Let's go let her whip us, Mr. Nick! No, I'm definitely not going. Let's see. The name of the hospital. Oh, God, no! Oh, yeah. The Hottie Clinic. That name sends a chill down my spine. Well, I guess I can't stop her to stop by and say hi. Here we go. Hang on, I'm gonna put on some chapstick. Never thought I'd come back to this place. Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? Hi. Wait a second. You're... Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh. Why are you still here? Yes. What is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. Yes. Director Hottie. Hi. Edgeworth. Yes, I'm Director Hottie. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes. What is it? Director. Franziska. How is Franziska von Karma? You don't need to worry. Yes, she's in good hands. Because, you see, I'm personally taking good care of her. Yes, yes. And that surgery, it went well. You have my gratitude. Looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret. She looks so pitiful, absolutely terrified. Yes. But I understand. Yes, her opponent was a gun after all. And when I snuck up on her real secret-like, she would scream really loud. Yes. I see. Ah, but she's really cute, too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip, Boy, did I cry like a baby. Yes. But I think I could get used to it. Hey, get back in bed. Go back to your room. You're so mean. You're so mean, my frisky Friska. Friska? I heard she didn't do anything wrong. Okay, yes, it's time for my IV drops. Yes. What are those tulips doing in your hand, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I knew I shouldn't have come here. I was shot in front of the courthouse in my right shoulder. Well, damn, you look great for having been shot just now. But it's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. I even had full intentions of running the trial this morning. But that would have been too much for you. There's no need to have Tough in front of us, you know. She's gained immunity to gunshots. Regardless, I was dragged over here by that man over there. He was so unyielding, one has to wonder if he was simply interested in stealing my case. It was the only logical course of action given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. But by taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. I think I know what deal he's referring to. The deal! Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? I don't know what you mean. In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. Engard, you told Miss Andrews not to testify in court today. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal? You're denying it? It looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over. All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime? That isn't my problem, whether she had tampered with the evidence or not. I've only one objective, to find Engard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The end justifies the means. Miss Von Karma, Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then Engard will be found guilty. And what does that have to do with me? Because of that, she is now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end. That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all. But you had to know she was... I think visiting hours here are about over. So, if you'll excuse me... What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off? Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Edgeworth. Hi, what's up? What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. Now give the tulips to Edgeworth. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far... but she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright, the courtroom is a garden of judgment. I am putting myself on the line when I stand in there. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Witness, that card! Give it to me! Hurry! Do you have any idea what you have stupidly, yet inadvertently done? Yes. I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. That card. What in the world is it? You mean this? Listen, Wright. This is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. The Special Investigations Team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. I understand. Their task is to find the owner of this card. A man called Shelley DeKiller. Oh. And just as his name states, he's a killer. An assassin. The best at that. An assassin? Assassin. So who is this Shelley DeKiller? DeKiller is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Long-standing? The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelley is the professional name of the third heir to the DeKiller name. So because his professional name is Shelley, he leaves cards with a shell on them? I can't read. He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims. Why would he do something like that? We think it is a part of his duty to his clients. His duty? If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients. I see. DeKiller values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience. I guess that even honorable assassins can exist. So, you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case? It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it. Agree? Shelley DeKiller, huh? I noticed something at the trial today. You were behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. I'm in love with you! Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible, and resolve this by tomorrow. Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to... Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity. Mr. Nick? There's no way you can find her. We don't even have a single lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Right. Listen. You need to know something. Juan Carita was killed by Shelley DeKiller. And the client who ordered the job is Matt on guard. Your own client. Please, stop! I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this. What is it? The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelley DeKiller. If you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they'll let you enter. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me. Mr. Nick? Do you think Mr. Ongard hired an assassin? No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psyche lock. Yeah, I guess not. Maya, please, all I ask is you make it home, safe and sound. It's Maya POV time! I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up. Like how Nick does everything in court. With everything in court. Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around. Playable Maya Pog. What is this place? Got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way, I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. A bear! Hi, Emily! Welcome, welcome. That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Aw, how cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something. There's a framed picture sitting on the coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, "With love, Celeste." I bet this could be a clue. Oh, hey, it's a computer. I've never really used one before. I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Drat. There goes my plan to use this somehow to get out of here. I'm sure it was password protected anyway. There's a dog door. It's so dark in here that I can barely see, but these kind of feel like videotapes. All of them. Just what kind of room is this? Did anybody else chew on the Disney VHS cases? Is that a memory specific to me? You know the like puffy plastic cases that Disney videotapes came in? They had like ribbed edges and I used to chew on them. I would just crack open a tape, put the tape in the machine, hit play, and chew on the case while I was watching the movie. That's a me thing? Aw, damn. Locked, of course. It doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only it was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there. My bro would chew on TV remotes. My brother chewed the control sticks off my Wavebirds. It pissed me off. Because, like, the control stick on the GameCube controller is covered in rubber. He chewed the thumb pad off. So they were just, like, pointy sticks. What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? And this is a VCR. Sure are a lot of electronic gadgets here. But what is an antenna doing in here? Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. Hi. It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you. He is? For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Ways? You mean, dead men tell no tales, as how the saying goes, correct? Dead? I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting. I am an assassin. Must be covered in ketchup. It's a trick of the light. No way! You're lying! I mean, an assassin? People are not always who they appear to be. Nick! It's over. Mr. Nick? Oh, yes, Pearls? Got caught up in my thoughts about Maya's situation. Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know. I guess for now I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Ongard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too. Okay. Sorry, I was taking a sip of water. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today. Aw. I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh, yeah. There's a message here for you. A message? It's from Matt on guard. Here you are. What did he write? Is it something really important? I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. To Mr. Lawyer Dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Now I feel really uneasy all of a sudden. Oh, Mr. Wright. So, actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you can drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright? Okay. This is terrible! Let's hurry! We have to feed his cat! I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is growling by now. Yeah, I guess. You know, I've seen cats named worse things than Shu. I've seen them named like Concrete. A client's request is a request. Guess I should go check up on his cat. Oh, it's near the hotel. Alright now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. We have to, for Mystic Maya's sake. You shall not oh, it's probably fucking... Yeah. Miss Oldbag! Don't devalue my name and turn it into a gasp, you spiky-headed pettifogger. Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again. Although I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Boy, just as he promised. I want Edgy Boo's heart, I want it all for me! It's all your fault, you waking the wild bee out. Arrgh! Okay. Well, I thought I had to go in the hotel direction to get the cat. Ah! Miss Oldbag! Oh my god, did she die? Oh, huh. Keep your hands off of me! This helmet is airtight. No airs gets in, and no air gets out. What? No airs gets in? Okay. Then why do you keep putting it on? Don't think that you can get me to move with silly questions. You're going to have to defeat me if you want to get by. I'm not hearing this. I'm here for the cat. I'm cat and I'm here for the cat. Sure is dark. I'll go turn on the light. Wow, so this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich. Wait. There's a doggy door. I guess it's a cat door here too. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's go find Shu, the kitty cat. Shu! Yeah. Oh. So I guess this is Shu. Oh, what a lovely cat. Hello, Shu. Oh. Yeah. The cat seems to like pearls. Pardon me. May I help with something, Mr. Oh, we're lawyers. Actually, I'm Mr. Ungar's lawyer. The master's... Then you must be Mr. Wright. Yes. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family buck, John Doe, of course. Of course that's her name. Nice to meet you. Oh. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. Ungar, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs. Not typically butler-like, as it were. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs. You know, I would have thought Mr. Engard the kind to have a maid or a butler. That's a very cute cat you've got there. It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies Shoo. And, anything else? No, not especially. It's not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well then, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave now. Oh, we should probably get going ourselves. So young and yet already so accomplished. A master of law. But there is also a lot to be proud of in being a butler, in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hee kitty. It's a very comfortable and spacious lounge set. I wonder if famous stars drop by and sit around and have a good time. In any case, I don't really belong here, do I? Oh, what is with me and feeling inferior today? Oh, there's a giant cooking hearth here. That's actually a fireplace. How are they different, Mr. Nick? You know, I've never actually seen a hearth before, come to think of it. You should come and visit Fane Manor then. I'll show you one when you do. Can they all just read his thoughts? He didn't say that out loud. A giant bicycle is flying through the air! That bicycle, Pearls, is one where you don't have to pedal, and it moves on its own. Really? Wow! I'm sorry to disappoint you. It can't fly. Oh, that's too bad. Ah, there are masks here. Yeah, that one in the middle is the Steel Samurai. The ones next to that are the Pink Princess and the Evil Magistrate. They fought many battles against the backdrop of Neo-Old Tokyo. Wow, you really know a lot about the Steel Samurai, Nick. Mr. Nick? I don't know whether to laugh or cry that I know more about that show than a kid. There's another door over there. You shouldn't go wandering off over there, Mr. Nick. Yes, Pearls. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her to stop playing around. There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick. I bet it's for Mr. Engard's cat to use. Oh, you mean Shoo? The door. It's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. Okay. Kind of feels like there's no reason for me to be here. Ah! You're a million light years too early to be asking me questions, whippersnapper. Looks like the only way I'm gonna get any investigating done is to first do something about this kooky alien. Do I have anything I can show her? Oh, right. Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgeworth. Miss Oldbag, if you would look at... What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of... Edgy poo! Ugh, is that her perfume? Pheromone d'amour I smell? Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth. Yours truly? That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy-Poo said so, you understand? I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. If you do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook. It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth. That may be, but you know nothing's going to come of it. Mine. That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared. Ow. Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. So anyway, let's continue our investigation. Okay. Stop! Stop shooting me! Ack! What? What now? One little thing before I forget. You can't go into En-Garde's room today. Why? The police's main investigation team is going to be in there all day, you hear? I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating the killer. So don't go in there. Set one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Wendy Oldbag. Okay. Looks like we're the only ones here. And yet, the hotel seems so busy somehow. Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about the killer. Hey, city boy! Lotta, you're still here. Reckon course. An investigative photographer eats or starves on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen. Do you have a camera? Frick given! A photographer's gotta have cameras out the ear like corn to be a real pro, you know? So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feeding the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief? Why can't you drop that thief thing already? There you go. Would you please take a look at this? Nope, sorry, no can do. Only thing I want to see is a steaming hand towel. What? But I'm giving you your camera. What? A steaming hand towel? Need one for my eyes. Today just ain't a good day for my eyes to be looking at stuff. How convenient! Maybe I'll have to use that one next time you show me something. I want to ask you about the night of the murder. I can't, it's evidence. Okay, but she wants it back, doesn't she? What? You really gotta shell out the bucks for the info I got? Lotta, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not? Well, kinda, but brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes. I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know. Followed a few stars around, got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night. The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either. I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. So, about the note that was inside your camera case. Oh, that ditty I wrote. Yeah. Can I believe what you've written? You mean the stuff about En-Garde shoving his manager lady on a corrida? Yeah. Ah, well, I reckon you best not be believing that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know? Writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bulldooters. Hey, what's with ya? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Huh. Hey, and why do you look like you suddenly got older, too? Or am I just shrinking here? Ah! My baby! A $1,600 baby! What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? The guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. Hey, you're that redcoat's friend, ain't you? Friend. So put in a few good words for me and get me back my camera. You want me to do what? Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours and I guarantee you he'll give it back. Why don't you do your own dirty work? Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. A tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, duh. Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow. Okay. I'll see you then. And you too there, little one. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. And make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it right to... Would you please just leave already? Alright. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick break. It's getting close to ad time. I have to turn on like my fan because I'm getting a little roasty toasty in my office. And it's getting kind of distracting. So I will be right back. Okay, let's get going. Let's move it down. Change scene. I feel better. I turned my ceiling fan on. I'm already feeling a little better. It was just like all of a sudden my face was like really hot. I was like, oh no. Okay. So where can we go from here? Can't go in Onguard's room. So I guess I'll go in Karita's room. Are there more bears here than were before? Or am I like... I'm imagining that, aren't I? Ung? Oh my gosh, Aspera, thank you so much for the tip of $5. I appreciate that a whole lot. Mr. Nick! What is that otherworldly, ghastly moaning? Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is how, when Gemini had COVID, they would, when they were feverish and they, like, were trying to sleep, they would, like, moan like a little ghost. Like, every, like, breath would just be like, just what they're this is reminding me of. I hate evil ghosts! Wah! I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon? Excuse me, watch who you're calling a demon, brat! Ah! Zoinks! It's the alien! Who are you calling an alien? Oh, just you, Miss Oldbag. What are you doing here? What is wrong with youngins today? I came down here to pay my respects to my poor Juan, and you're disturbing me. Why are you here? Please talk to me about the night of the murder just one more time. I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She was loitering around here with that imbecilic look on her face. With that imbecilic look on her face? Okay, got it. Now hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're going to take notes, at least make me sound better than that. Oh, alright. Now I've seen everything. But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Karita. He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts, in my book. But I heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. Onguard. Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know. But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Just look at this mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans have for him. Yeah, the mountain is pretty big, and certainly nothing to shake a stick at. Mr. Nick? What is it, Pross? The presents, they're all bears, right? She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. All of Mr. Karita's presents from his fans seem to be bears. Oh, that's because you can't think of Juan without thinking about bears. Okay. Bears? Why bears? You don't know? When my dear Juan was training, he fought bare-handed with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. Wow, what a heartwarming story. Look, it's just like in the young people's dramas. I can see the two tuckered out, down by a river going, heh, you sure can fight. You too, bub, you too. Did all that really happen? It's in his biography, bub. What a load of crock. So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents. But what type of bear is the question? Sun bear, maybe. Panda bear. Probably like the wimpiest of all bears. So panda bear, probably. Yeah, nice. Bears. Ah! I'm Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock! You know, that doesn't look like it would sound like that. The gay bear. Red panda. What is that infernal racket? It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. But you passed your bedtime. That startled me. Thought I was gonna die for a second. 8 p.m.? That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember? Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. Transceiver. Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Maya! How is Maya? You haven't hurt her, have you? It seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news. So it would seem my present did you no good. No! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! One more day. Please! All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time. Please! I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all. Please, please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright. Alright. Then... a little... What is with this static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems... bad. Connect... Damn it! Did the transceiver just suddenly break? Excuse me. What happened? I don't know. All of a sudden it became nothing but static. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronics expert look at it. The sooner the better. Okay, I guess I'll go find an electronics expert. Let me just go to Radio Shack. Sorry, Circuit City. Sorry, H.H. Gregg. Sorry, Best Buy. Best Buy's still open. I wonder if this guy knows electronics. Hey, mister. Wow, everybody looks really busy with something or another. Probably strengthening the evidence for tomorrow's trial. Hey, hurry up with that, will ya? Pass that victims list around. You've got to be kidding. There's over 100 people on here. Mr. Nick? Is Mr. Ongard really that big and bad of a criminal? Actually, Pearls, never mind. It looks like they're working on a different case. It's a blue badger! Aw, it's kinda cute. Mr. Nick, what is this stuffed animal's name? That's the blue badger. It was my idea. I made it. It's this precinct's mascot, you know. Oh, wow. I'll get him signed mascot of every police station if it's the last thing I do. I hope you succeed in your mission, sir. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Prosecutor Von Karma was shot in front of the courthouse? Who did it? Who shot her? I have a a sneaking suspicion that even Gumshoe could do this guy's job. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Very well. Now, why do you want to work for our company? Well, that would have to be because I feel like I would like to help this company grow. You must be doing image training for corporate interviews. I was thinking he was practicing for a job interview somewhere else. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I expected. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. Hey! Welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice. Thanks. An avocado! Thanks! A rich man's luxurious full-course meal. Out of a can, that is. I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat. Oops. Looks like you don't have a can opener, pal. You've gotta be kidding. Here I thought he had already whipped something up. Oh, I know. There is one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Well, since he's here and offering, I what I should try asking him about. Transceiver? Oh, Mr. Nick! You should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing. What thing? Oh, yeah. This thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke, pal. When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this. I don't hear any static, pal. Huh? Maybe it fixed itself. That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal. Not the EMFs. Electromagnetic interference. So what is electromagnetic interference? It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal. It was the 5G! Oh, when you put it that way. Phoenix, you got your vaccine and it messed up the frequency. I told you not to take it. That's a lie. You should take the vaccine because it's good for you and it's good for people in your lives. Can't get vaccines because they're immunocompromised. I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen, the stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right? Huh? Computer? You just saw a computer, you silly! It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV, and the screen starts looking weird. Oh, yes! The TV does do that! Oh! So that's what you're talking about. Have you ever, like, used your phone next to a computer? I haven't heard this noise in forever. Or, when else have I heard it? Like near the CD player in the car, and you heard the speakers go like, dit, 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 dit. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? It's a really specific noise. And I think it's because of electromagnetic interference, but I couldn't tell you. But I've heard it on, like, everything that has had a speaker. Like a computer, a phone, a car, CD player. Is that, like, is that also... My speakers do that when my mobile phone is too... Okay, so yeah, you... I haven't heard that sound in forever, but like, it's such a specific noise. She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. So the room you were in when that interference to the transceiver happened. There's gotta be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something. Oh. Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened?
We were in Mr. Kurita's room. The scene of the murder.
What? That's it. I'm going to sneak into the precinct to get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Gumshoe, you gotta stop talking, man. You're hurting me. Ah, wait, Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Don't say that.
Yeah! We should be going too, Mr. Nick.
All right, let's go. Ow. Okay. We should be going too. To, here. Maybe. Hey! You're finally here, pal. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Do you have the bug sweeper?
Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. Then suddenly... Sorry. Oh my god. I'm staring at the precinct doors. I'm gonna try not to do that now. The outside, I mean. So, yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item. Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's.
Wow, so this is a bug sweeper.
Looks a little broken. Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal. No? By who? Fred Flintstone. Me, of course. Seeing this sure brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little beat up. But I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here.
Heart and soul?
It'll work. Trust me, pal, it'll do the job. But you can't set the sensitivity. So it's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves.
But isn't it better that way?
Well, anyway. Since I brought it all this way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? Getting that sinking feeling again. Okay, so, you know what? It's gonna go off next to the coffee machine, the rice cooker. Well, maybe not the rice cooker. The calculator? The phone? All of our phones? Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some other sort of bug hidden in this room, pal.
So we're gonna find it, right?
Right. Now, first, let's turn the sweeper on. Oh. Next, move the sweeper around to give the room a real thorough look-see, pal. The sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press Enter to lock onto it. There's a lot of things here that's gonna give off radio waves, so let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal? Oh my god, could it be the phone? Well, the phone is the most common place for a listening device, I'd say. But let's take the receiver apart first before we get ahead of ourselves here.
Wow, you know a lot about electronics, don't you, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, I know tons, especially when it comes to taking them apart. It's my specialty. I'll leave the fixing part up to Gumshoe.
So, is there a listening device in there?
No. I really thought it had to be in the phone, too. A cell phone? Nope, no bugs in here.
A cell phone?
What? Don't tell me you don't know what a cell phone is.
Sorry, I've never seen one before.
Now that she mentions it, my cell phone couldn't get any reception when I was staying in Kurain Village. And Pearl's never lived outside that village, so... Well, I guess I can't say it's impossible to live without one. Oh. The cup? The radio! Oh no!
The radio was on and playing something. Oh, it's Kids Question Corner.
Professor! Professor! Why is the Earth round? Because of gravitational pull?
Yes, why is it, Mr. Nick?
Why don't you listen to the radio program a little more, Pearls? Can I hear it? No, I want to hear the answer! I figure it's because the gravitational pull from the core is pulling from every direction towards the center, so it's kind of forcing the Earth to be round. The mass and pull of the Yes, I'm right! Kinda, well, sorta, yeah. Lamp? Check. Listening device? No.
There are a lot of lamps in this room, aren't there, Mr. Nick?
Yeah.
And they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know that's wasteful?
Yeah. I'll be more conscientious from now on. Sorry. Okay, so none of the lamps. I don't really think the listening device is in the TV of all places.
Looks like the TV was left on, and now it's showing an old samurai movie.
Yeah, this channel plays all sorts of international movies, as well as domestic ones.
You know, every time I watch one of those old movies, I always think, wow, these Japanese stars are really good at English.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to study Japanese.
I should probably keep my mouth shut here and not destroy her dream. What does that mean? Well, the listening device isn't in the air conditioner.
Ah, yuck! This air filter is covered in dust and dirt.
Yeah.
Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's wash it.
I wonder if being a neat freak makes even the tiniest dust bunny look colossal.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Ah, what a lovely bear. This must be one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots. It's a robot? It's a real robot?
Yeah, it's a real one.
Mr. Nick?
Yes?
How many horsepowers is it? How many horsies?
Horsies? Well, look, it's a bear, so... How many horsepowers is it? There's no listening device in that notebook computer, huh?
What's a notebook computer?
It was apparently meant to be an Astro Boy reference, apparently. Oh. I wouldn't have gotten it.
What's a notebook computer?
Do you know what a notebook is?
Yes, it's a small book with paper that you can write on. So?
Well, The thing is like a notebook in a way. It's basically a small laptop.
Mr. Nick, what's a laptop?
What's Mr. Grizz? Oh, it's the coffee machine.
What's this? It sort of looks like a hot water pot, but...
Oh, well, it's kind of like a hot water pot, I guess. But instead of hot water, coffee comes out.
Really? This pot can do that? Is there a pot that orange juice comes out of?
I don't think there's anything like that, Pearls. Sorry.
Oh, the water in this hot water pot has run out. I'll get some more water for it.
Okay, sounds good. Looks like she's forgotten all about looking for the listening device. Well, it certainly looks like an alarm clock.
What's wrong? Why do you look troubled?
I just can't imagine the listening device being inside this alarm clock. It just, sort of reminded me of something that happened a long time ago.
Oh.
Oh no, with the thinker clock. Well, anyway, it looks like the listening device isn't in here. The rice cooker!
Wow, there's a really delicious loaf of bread in here.
It's a bread machine? Okay. Looks like it's been on keep warm all this time since the murder.
Well, Mr. Scruffy Detective always says gotta keep the trail and crime scene warm.
I think the keep warm in that case is a little more metaphoric. Americans don't eat rice, so it's a bread maker. We do eat rice! It's the TV's remote control, but it doesn't look like the listening device is in here.
So I was thinking, I wonder if a TV remote works on other things. Like, could I make you change your expressions like TV channels? Zap!
Hey! Oh my god, if only this chick predicted, fuck, what's his name? Adam Sandler's Click. But if I could, oh, the people I would give the old mute button to. Well, I don't think it's gonna work on me. Why don't we try it on Maya tomorrow, okay? Real talk, I saw Click in theaters and I cried. I think it was like 13. It's not good. It just fucking got me, okay? There were tropes in it that got me.
Okay.
Click is not a good movie. Yeah, there's a more emotional beat out of nowhere in that film. Right? Like, there's like a really sad death scene in it. Like, in the rain. And I like, was sobbing in the movie theater. You never even heard of it? It's an Adam Sandler movie where Adam Sandler gets a magic remote that can, like, fast forward and change, like, shit in real life. And he, like, travels through time with it and sees his future and his dad, like, dies in the middle of a parking lot in the rain. Like the boob? Excuse me? It's a plain old calculator.
It says 50 on it. Maybe he was calculating his allowance?
Oh my god. He was typing 5008 so he could turn over the calculator and it would wait. Never mind. Oh, 50 cents. Maybe if he was a spirit medium. I didn't do that joke right. So if you could just forget what I said. Shut up! He wanted to see his favorite Mario enemy in the calculator, okay? I don't know how to spell with numbers and upside down.
What's this?
It's a small video camera. No listening device in this gizmo.
Everyone's trying to make everything smaller and smaller lately, aren't they, Mr. Nick?
That's what it seems like.
But I want to grow bigger and bigger.
I want to grow. Whoa. Well, eating only vegetables isn't going to help you there. You have to eat meat, too. Bear? Bear. Wait. Fridge?
This is a refrigerator, right?
Oh, come on, if he was writing what you think, the assassin would let him finish. You're right. I really don't think the listening device is in something like that. Open the door and look.
Because it's filled with nothing but healthy vegetable juices, right?
Yeah, sure. What does that have to do with listening devices?
There doesn't even seem to be anything...
What? What? Oh, there we go.
This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right?
It's the biggest one I've ever seen. Hey! Did you guys find it yet? Listening device, I mean.
No, not yet. But this bear's eye is...
Let's see. Perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Bear in the big blue house looking ass. This guy messed up my chili in my dreams. I think I wrote about this on Twitter. One day I had a dream about being in a cooking competition. And it was like a pseudo-celebrity cooking competition. And my team had Bear in the Big Blue House on it. And he wanted to make, like, our assignment was to make chili. Or no, we had to make a meal in 30 minutes. And I was like, I'm going to make chili in the pressure cooker. Because the pressure cooker makes me make food faster. And so, like, chili in 30 minutes is pretty impressive. I make the chili, and Big Bear in the Big Blue House, like, took all the credit for my chili. And the judges were like, well, it's a good chili, but I don't see how it's like Bear in the Big Blue House chili. And I'm like, and he's like, it's hard for me to use all the utensils. I don't know what that had to do with it. Anyway, a perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's dig this big fella's eye out and see what we've got.
No, you can't! Such a violent act.
Oomph! Rip.
No!
Girl's just like me. It's a miniature camera. And it looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. Oh, what emitter? A transmitter, pal. Oh.
Is this more of that high-tech stuff?
So this tiny thing is a camera? Yup. It's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small, high-grade video camera used mostly in security systems. So it's a video camera? It runs on a battery, which comes with it in a set. But there's no videotape in this camera. It's fucking digital, dog. This is only the camera part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape in it is somewhere else. Well, it's a good job he's fired, because I don't think detectives should do things like rip out Bear's eyes.
Somewhere else?
The footage is changed into radio waves, and then it's sent to that recorder.
So, it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it?
Hey, you know, you're right. So, what's a transmitter? Oh, come on, Phoenix. Phoenix is definitely doing that, like, Yeah, I've heard of that, but just in case Pearls doesn't know, can you let us know what a transmitter is? It's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal. It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn on the camera on and record at a certain time with it.
You can set it for a certain time?
Yup. Let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour.
8 p.m.?
That was the time the award ceremony ended. Oh, there better not be another fucking surveillance footage section of this game where I have to watch footage over and over. There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess.
Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here?
I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder. Are you? No way. No, that was to show off the power of the DS.
Okay. Then maybe...
Maybe this camera caught the murder on tape! What? And if you think about the angle the bear is at, it's bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime, pal.
So there was a camera in this bear's eye.
And it was disguised as a present. And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind. But who gave Mr. Kurita this present? I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there's got a video of what happened here that night.
Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is?
It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out.
Oh. Is there really no way to find out?
I got it! What? Hey, pal. Let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What are you gonna do? Gonna go around to the electronics shops to see if I can find out who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal. Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Okay, bye.
He's gone.
Yeah.
But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake.
It's a mystery how you always manage to do things in the most inefficient ways, Wright? Yay! Hi, Graves! I got to Cravat cause he's here! And Fubber's here! And Miles is here! My best friend! You'll have to excuse me, I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? Our rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward, one step at a time. I see. Thanks. Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her. So, there was a spy camera hidden inside this stuffed animal, huh? You are one lucky man, right? 'Cause I'm your boyfriend. Do you know this stuffed bear, little girl?
I have no idea.
Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and only a small number of these are exported here. I was gonna say, it looks like one of those like really expensive ones you see at like an FAO Schwartz. Well, the FAO Schwartz, there's only one. Put a badge on Fubber. Hang on. You are so right. You are so right. So right. He's my little buddy. He looks so good. It's completely... Oh yeah, I already said that. What? The camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is.
Can you really do that? Mr. Nick, can he really?
Well, I guess so. He's resplendent. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you'll have other things you have to do. Stuffed bear snatched up by Edgeworth. That thing is taller than you, man. See you soon, Wright? Wait! What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining to myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, Wright, until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Carita? The real killer. Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. Still have a little time left. Find the truth. Everything begins with the truth. Juan Carita's real killer, Miss Andrews, passed. Kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal from Mr. Ungard. And this card, Shelley DeKiller. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do now is find the truth. To be continued. Wait, that's the first game. Alright, we're gonna save. Oh, it's still investigation. Damn. Okay, let's just keep going then. I thought it was gonna go to trial, and I was like, oh shit.
It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya.
These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
You're right.
So the real person who killed Mr. Carita was...
That assassin, Mr. Shelley DeKiller, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired DeKiller to begin with? Who is his client?
You mean, who asked for the murder?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood, but whoever this client is, they're still a killer.
Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews?
I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself?
But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be.
Matt Ungard himself? Was it Matt?
If Mr. Ungard really did hire the assassin,
what's the going rate for assassins anyway? A figure comes to mind, but it was like for a hitman. And I think a hitman is different than an assassin. Yeah. I was like, $500,000. I heard that on Tiger King, but that was a hitman, not an assassin.
Mr. Ongard really did hire the assassin.
If you find some on Craigslist, then he is not innocent at all. Far from it, he would be guilty of the crime.
But it can't be Mr. Ongard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him...
Mr. Ongard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Carita? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Carita, okay? I didn't see any psyche locks at that time. Actually, that reminds... Well, you asked him very specifically if you did it. And he's answering truthfully right now. By saying he didn't kill anybody. Just a sec. The chat appears to be going off of screen a little bit, and it bothers me. Whoops. There. Chat was wondering.
Did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. Something interesting.
So what is this interesting thing?
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had his hands in his Wait. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Mr. Ongard's secret? What is his secret?
I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Carita was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. Ongard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Carita silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Ongard. There's no way around it now.
Okay. Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already, but we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of the secret Mr. Carita held about Mr. Ongard. Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight.
But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. I left out all these lobsters. Break in. I mean... Hey, wait! What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for whoever knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? One Gumshoe made. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Edgy, so... Edgeworth. And he said... If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer. So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you. Oh, jeez. Thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. This is absolutely top secret, so you better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents. Very interesting. I'm sure it was. You know, it was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting.
Scandalous? What's that?
It means, well, you know, that gossip's been going around about my dear Juan. Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Karuta. I'll let you in on another secret, youngin'. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious, puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too. Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change. I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I bet that it's nothing good. But I didn't say anything. So, you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two. Oh? I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard.
That manager? Who are you talking about?
You don't know? That manager woman Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though. Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impacts. Miss Andrew's mentor, right? Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know. Married? You mean to Mr. Karita? Oh, really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement. 3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the... Hello?
Why would Miss Impacts want to kill herself? She was going to get married.
Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. What?
But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right?
They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage. Is that true? It was in the weekly magazines.
But why? Why did he do that?
That was not in the magazines, unfortunately. I see. That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager Celeste killed herself. How terrible.
I wonder what happened between those two.
Oh well, time to leave. He found out she was gay. On that night, there must have been a few hundred people here. Guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. Looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. It looks like no one is around.
What happened to that person with the stuffed teddy face?
Oh, she must mean that butler with the stitches in his face.
Shoo!
Yay, Shoo!
Oh, there you are! I guess you're still awake, huh, Shoo? Come on, let's play!
I wonder if that butler, Mr. Doe, is already asleep or not. What is this music? Oh wait, I already looked at this. Well, nothing looks different. It's a very comfortable and spacious lounge set. There's another door over there.
You shouldn't go wandering off over there, Mr. Nick.
Yes, Pearls. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her to stop playing around.
There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick.
I bet it's for Mr. On-Guard's cat to use.
Oh, you mean Shoo?
Door. It's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. music is making me think that something is happening. No, I thought I had the thing still, but the bug thing, I don't. I don't think there's anything else here for me to look at. That's weird though, because they made like a point of it with the music.
Doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here.
Well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronics stores.
Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner.
Looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe's doing for us.
Mr. Nick?
Yes?
Where's the lettuce?
I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before.
Aw, I guess I have to give up on making a salad then.
Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. Visiting hours ended a few hours ago. You can make salad without lettuce. You need something. You need a green. Looks like we're not gonna get a chance to talk with Mr. Ungard tonight.
But isn't what we have to ask very important?
Yeah, but I don't think that matters to the guard. Oh, maybe something will happen here.
Feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Ungard's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for the Ungard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now?
Who is this witness?
I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Nick?
Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh, yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go.
What?
I've already called them so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much.
This is such good news, Mr. Nick.
Go talk to your heart's content. It sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag.
Hooray!
I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Let's start with Matt. Dude! It's Mr. Wright! I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Carita was killed by an assassin. That the assassin's client is this man, Matt Ungard. What's wrong? Mr. Ungard, there is something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah. I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is? Uh-oh. I knew this was coming.
Mr. Nick? Don't tell me.
Psyche locks. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Did you know about Mr. Kurita and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care about what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Kurita. Her mentor was Mr. Kurita's manager, and Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste's impact suicide note from him. Celeste? Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat.
Mr. Nick? What is a pizza? Is it like a kind of pea? Like green peas?
Let's go eat one later, okay? Oh, I just got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Mr. Ongard. Are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? Okay, let me see what I can get by presenting this. Take that! Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Kurita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude, I don't know. Guard in the background is going, the fuck is going on here? I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Kurita, especially on that night. How do I know that? Okay, I don't have what I need. Is there a way to change who I'm here to talk to? He's sleeping standing up. Night's pretty long and he probably got tired. Hope he doesn't fall over. Maybe I have to move and come back. Oh, fuck. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Oh, hello. Mr. Powers!
What happened? Why are you here?
You see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm gonna testify at tomorrow's trial. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers. I was talking with the detective until a little while ago and I was on my way home. When all of a sudden, you there! You're under arrest! And I was brought back here. Oh. You said my face and whole self in general looks suspicious or something. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? Yes. So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important? What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. Can't tell anyone, especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya and myself are your two only allies in the whole world, but it's alright.
Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? This is gonna do a lot of damage to Matt, you know, because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going.
What is he really like?
Well, let's see. Has always been a kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, it's just a game to justify himself. Gross.
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable!
Ow, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But, you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon over him? His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic? You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right? A dazzling sort of image? But aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see? But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen. Well, that's true. Oh, hey! So did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide? You mean Miss Impact's?
We heard something about her, how her wedding was canceled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on ahead. Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity. Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it. We heard about that in court today. There wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Kurita?
Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man.
A truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Kurita by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info, thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Ongard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There's still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. Alright, we're going to go to the detention center, but I'm out of snoozes, so I gotta run some ads. So I will see you guys in about 3 minutes. Hold on your butts. I'll be right back. let's go back to the detention center. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are quite a few questions I have to ask you tonight, or there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Kurita had on Mr. Ongard. I'd like to ask you about Matt Ongard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Ongard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. About Miss Celeste Impacts. I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yeah, keep showing this picture. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that I had heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note. I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it. Wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid. A suicide note, huh? Wonder what it said. I framed him. Why did you try to frame Mr. Ongard? That's simple. Because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Come on. Come on! Is this, are you asking this for real? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews. Well, Mom, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please, tell me why you did what you did. Oh god, that emote is so good! Revenge.
Huh? Did you say something just now?
Oh god. Okay, one lock. One lock. We got this. You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy.
But
I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say, revenge.
uh-oh, it would sure be a shame if I had this thing. I could make you talk.
The inverted colors on the guard is kind of scary because it's all red and I'm like, oh, blood. Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Ongard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Ongard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So are you saying I was taking my revenge on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge.
Take that!
You're gay! Celeste. There's only one catalyst that caused such strong feelings, and even revenge. And that is Miss Impact's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hid her suicide note was also Juan. What does all of this have to do with Matt? Right. You haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. Ungard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impacts and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? Can I? I can't? Okay. Why put one lock on it? God. My phone.
Mr. Nick, your phone!
Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous. Yeah, I know. Hello. We're in trouble now, pal. I'll be back at the office really soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth, Edgeworth? Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good! Hello? He got cut off.
What's going on, Mr. Nick?
Gumshoe said we had to get back to the office right away.
Then we should hurry back.
I'm scared to go back.
What are you talking about? Mr. Nick, pull yourself together.
Maybe it'll be good news. Somehow I doubt that. Okay, let's go!
Whee!
What took you so long, pal? Mr. Edgeworth couldn't stick around forever and had to go. Well, what happened? Got him. We know who bought that spy camera.
Eh?
This quickly? And this bear is what gave them away, pal. The bear? I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera.
But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth that figured?
Shh, Pearls. And, go on. There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime.
Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in the room?
Matt Ungard.
Huh?
Matt Ungard, your client, that's who, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's the exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. Receipt? That's all you have? No, it's not just the receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold that bear to Mr. Ungard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Ungard's autograph out of it, pal. So, I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Ungard himself. My sight is failing me. That's a bear of a price. Damn, dude, that's a cheap bear. Wait, is it a cheap bear or an expensive bear? I think for hand stitching, $3,800 is a little low. But granted, this is like a decade ago, if not more. So maybe if we account for inflation, it might be an accurate price. Unknown. Credit card receipt added to the refrigerator. Handmade at that size for $3,800. I know, but I don't know. Inflation. That's definitely why that price is so low for a hand-stuffed, life-sized bear. Handmade, not just hand-stuffed, hand-stitched. So what about the spy camera we found? That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you to file away into evidence. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Carita's room was Matt Ungard.
Why would Mr. Ungard do something like this?
I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Carita in one of their rendezvous. I bet is not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you going to see him? Mr. Ungard, I mean. Yes.
I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next.
I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt Ungard, what in the world have you done?
Okay, time to go back to the detention center. Haha.
Hey, man. You're working really late, you know. It's almost already past 10 p.m., dude. It would be like $6,000 in today's money. God, it makes it sound like we're talking about a Wild West artifact, but we're talking about something from 10 years ago. Today's money. I found a penny from 2001. I'm like, this penny in today's money be worth $5,000. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk. Take that! I used 2004 as the date. Oof. Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Carita's room the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images the camera took with this transmitter. Wow, but dude, where was this camera you're talking about hidden? Take that! Bear. The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. Guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. Huh. You're sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Carita was... you! Hee-hee! Mr. Ungard, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. Oh, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Ungard. If I didn't know how you work in court, I'd say this. Think I was in serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here is proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. Take that! I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. Ungard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from that is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800. This could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush? It's ivory. And it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ew. Elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. Dude, that could have totally just been for an NFT. So can I ask you one thing? Yes? You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm going to find out what I want to know, because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Kurita's room and filmed it in secret is... Do I know this? When did I last save? That's a good question. Well, now I'll save. Hi, scheming. I know the answer to this, don't I? He has something to do with the suicide. Or like the note. Or something. Oh god. Ah! Thanks. I have to do all this again. Stiff and dead tired. This is the last case of the game, right? Yes, but I doubt that we're gonna get to the final trial tonight. Because I'm still investigating. And I accidentally got X'd out of this conversation, so I have to do it again. Stream, woo! No, I have work. What are you gonna do now? The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Kurita's room and filmed it in secret is... Okay, I think that's right. Adrian Andrews. There's a rumor going around that Miss Andrews and Mr. Kurita were having secret meetings. You, who was keeping tabs on Mr. Kurita, you were going to reveal this as a fact and turn it into a scandal. Isn't that right? Dude, you can be such a moron. Huh? Oh man, Mr. Lawyer, dude, that kind of scandal. It's the good stuff. That's what we in the industry call juicy. The good stuff. Juicy. Look, we can get publicity without spending a penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stop paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude. Too bad that wasn't your intention. What are you talking about? I wish your reason for spying was something so innocent, but it wasn't. You didn't spy on Mr. Kurita because of Miss Andrews. And there's only one reason I can think of for you to do such a thing. The real reason you set up that camera in Mr. Kurita's room was... want to say it was so that he knew when he was in his room, so he could get him murdered. But I don't know what to present for that. Like, if I give the photo, would that do it? Would... No. If I really wanted to set up a spy camera, I wouldn't have set it up in Juan's room. It would be in your office, dude. Huh? My office? Well, dude, you're always saying really absurd things, right? Like getting Comedy Channel for free. Fuck off. Ugh, I'm so close. I can feel it! If you're done laughing, I didn't spy on Mr. Kurita because of Miss Andrews. There's only one reason I can think of for you to do such a thing. No reason you set up that camera in Mr. Kurita's room was... I'm surprised we're getting one more Zelda trailer tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, one more seems fine. People are upset, like, oh, they're not showing anything, and I'm like, do you want this to be like... People are never happy. I would rather know less going in, personally. Fuck! Real quick, do I know the answer to this question? And could I get a hint? Because imagine having the perfect run. It's not gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. I'm not perfect, but you know what? God made me this way, okay? Do I have the answer to this question? And could I get a little baby hint? Because I'm going to die if I don't get this right. Let's see all the evidence. Bear. Camera. Transmitter. Receipt. Picture of Andrews in the costume. Knife. Juan's autopsy report. These suicide reports. Button. Crime photo that I already submitted. Juice. Guitar case. Hotel map. Gossip article. That. A picture of the Nickel Samurai. My attorney's badge. 16. The card. I was tempted to submit the card, but I don't... I feel like saying you were going to kill, like, you hired an assassin is not an answer to the reason you set up the camera. Right? That's not an answer to that question. We set it up to record during the murder. Right, that's what I'm saying, like, I'm thinking, but showing the picture of the murder wasn't the right answer, and showing Juan Kurita's profile wasn't the right answer. So, I don't know how else to imply that with the evidence. The autopsy report, like... I don't know how else to prove a murder happened besides the picture of it. you know? Hi, Pharaoh Tem. Give the picture card a go. Okay.
Take that!
What is this card? He doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly DeKiller, and I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelly DeKiller? That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. Can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Yeah, I know. Mr. Matt on guard. I know why you know Mr. DeKiller. It's because you're his client. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelly DeKiller to assassinate Mr. Juan Corrida. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt on guard. Here I was trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway. Mr. On guard really did hire? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? What? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. What? Ah! How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt Onga. Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that beverage? Can I have more health than that? That's the ass juice? No? Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really just has it in jail. It's the prison punch. And make it in the toilet. So are you Shelly DeKiller's client? You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you? What do you mean? And that woman, Adrienne, was quite brave herself, trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer? You're lying! What a terrible... Right, it looks like Pruno. It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things. But why? Why did you hide the video camera and... Wakeling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. He knew about Miss Andrews' secret? But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. Least of all assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess? And that's why... Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. That's right. That video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright? Why would you do something so wrong? Because I'm a grown-up, and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl?
Why? Why would you kill Mr. Kurita?
Because he was about to sling so much dung on onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it? Press conference, isn't it?
If Mr. Kurita had been able to give it, then Mr. Ungard's secret would have...
Ah, well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought.
And that's how Mr. Kurita ended up dead.
Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face. People will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it. The assassin, too. Oh, how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts off for me, Matt Ongard. Aw, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Kurita, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. You killed Mr. Kurita! I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Oh, but too bad, you can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You can always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Oh, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do.
Mystic Maya!
You wouldn't want to test a killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. Guards be like, oh, need a confession. He's asleep standing up, remember? You can end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. Rubbed what? Hey, man. You scoundrel. So, if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this! That's such a cliche phrase. Juan said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course. Well, we all know how things turn out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer. Maya, what am I supposed to do? And now you finally found it. Starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. You like it here better? Well, Wright, what are you going to do? If you plan on changing your strategy...
No! We can't do that.
That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. But what should I do? That's not something I can answer for you.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't really understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, Wright, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. I'm a lawyer, but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer. Matt Ongard, that man is really... Ugh. It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense. But what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I believed my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get on guard an acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. Blue Badger be like, need a hug, friendo? Look at him back there. You guys gotta you gotta hug him and talk it out. You can pass the talking, Badger. Back and forth. Want to save someone? And that's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? Nah, he's a narc. Fuck him. You are defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. Why fight? Mommy, why? Because people like you and Francisca Valkarma are always using all you have to pin me down. Fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Francisca, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights is for her perfect win record. That's all. And? Isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You were so petty. I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. And pretty. However, you are mistaken. What do you... Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless. What? I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you'll see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, you'll be powerless to change the ending of this story.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver!
I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My. What is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please. Why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Ungard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client. Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself. I believe you were asking me for a reason as to why I'm doing what I am. Yeah. This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is aftercare? Well, Phoenix, we can talk about that later. My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. Aftercare is very important. Take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my client for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and it is part of an assassin's duty. Okay, first we got aftercare, now we got relations. What are we talking about? Assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney, and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before. However, you did, but my name is DeKiller. Shelly DeKiller. You're Shelly DeKiller? Please keep in mind, you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a DeKiller, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up with your end of the bargain... Maya! Be my duty as an assassin to see to it that she receives a nice long nap. I can't read! Ah, no! Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. Uh-oh. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! I don't know what to say. Edgeworth! Hmm? Did you hear that? At the end of that transmission? Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be. That cat. Can it?
What is it?
I think I know where Shelly DeKiller is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units head for On Guard Mansion immediately. Alright. You hurry over there as well, then. Don't lose help yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun.
Yeah!
Okay, I guess we're going too. Yes, meow. Mr. On Guard has a cat. His name is Shu. And he sounds just like that. Maya!
Please answer us! Mystic Maya!
We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe that butler. All this time, he was DeKiller. He and On Guard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Wait! What's this?
Oh, it's a figurine of a bear! There are lots of cuts in it for some reason.
A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Kawita? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed here.
I'm sure that's for Shu.
Do you think that this came through that little door? Oh, this door. It's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors, but down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Slam! Slam! Crash! Why not just have Pearls go through the pet door? Okay. Oh, there's no one here. From the looks of this room, I would say this is On Guard's private lounge. Look at this, Wright. An antennae, the plural of antenna, for sending and receiving video signals in a VCR. Check inside the deck. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. Think an 8-year-old is a smidge bigger than a cat? Okay. Look at the door. If she turns herself like to the side, like she could fit in there. You want to send in a child where an assassin might be? I don't know. We have the element of surprise on our side. I'm sorry, but tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found.
No.
Kimberly said, fuck them kids. Like a canary in a tunnel, yeah. Go in there. But there's no mistake that somebody used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. It's On Guard's computer. Maya, why couldn't you have used this to get help?
Mr. Nick! Where's the power switch?
Oh, I get it. So that's what happened. She couldn't find the power switch.
little door for Shu in this big door.
I'm sure Maya used this door to shove this out there. I'm sure it was her. Every time you give me some piece of evidence, it's always the most crucial piece. This time too, I'm sure. A huge television and speakers loom largely here. I'm sure if Maya saw this, she'd say,
I would die a happy samurai fan if I could see the Nickel Samurai on a TV like this.
Yeah, that's what she'd say. I can't believe I just made a joke about Maya, all things considered. What a spacious sofa. I bet 10 pearls would fit on here.
I don't think 10 of me would fit, Mr. Nick.
I can't read all the labels, but this is a very large collection of videotapes. Looks like Ungar taped all his own shows. Me taping Who Wants to Be... No. Me taping Whose Line Is It Anyway, and America's Funniest Home Videos and not watching them. It's a VCR and an antennae. The footage that the spy camera took at the scene of the crime was beamed here and recorded on tape.
If only we had that tape, it would have been really helpful.
It's a very small table. I bet we can barely squeeze 3 pearls on here.
But I wouldn't sit on a table to begin with, Mr. Nick.
New unit of measure. Pearl. We've searched all over, but it looks like he got away. It's a cat door. I bet we could shove 1 pearls in there. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now, we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. That one? Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste.
Miss Impax?
Yes, Mr. Kurita's former manager.
Why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Mr. Ongard's mansion?
And why does it say, with love? This might be a clue.
Ah!
What's wrong, Pearls?
Please let me see that picture frame.
Huh? What's so special about the frame?
On the back! There's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya! She left us a message!
What?
I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gonna watch out for the helpless lunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. No! Mystic Maya!
Right! What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We've searched the house, and this is the last room. Looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think this is all about all I'm gonna get. I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? Oh! Miss Andrews' psyche book. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, then I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. Well, he said himself it's one last thing. The bet is close. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your psyche lock. She doesn't even know what that is! Psyche lock? I want to know, and you will tell me your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. Okay. Here you go. It's the bloody guard. And then photorealistic blood poured out of my monitor! Okay, we were already here. This is a photo of Miss Impacts, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impact's handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? Oh, that's all right. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Ungard's mansion. After all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Huh? Gay real? Real gay? I'm fully healed! I can shoot beams from my sword now. My friend. Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out. Because Mr. Kurita didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? A perfect run. It's in my grasp. Yes, because of Matt. Because of Mr. Ungard? What do you mean? I think I can see where this is going. Celeste, she was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture. They were a couple, weren't they? Wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used. Toyed with until she was thrown away. So, that's so horrible! Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal that would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. That is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see. So that's what happened. But then why did Mr. Kurita have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for it when it would have hurt Juan the most. Poor Miss Impacts. That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then, When Juan discovered her body, he hid her note.
But why would he do that?
It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, if his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge? Oh, revenge. There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard it all from Juan. So I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I had even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note. And that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright? Even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with my situation. But I know now. But I can! I'm tired. We didn't get to save at the cross this time. I am a little bummed. But it's time for bed. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for watching my stream. Thank you for summoning Fubber. Thank you for the $5 Aspera. Thank you so much for all of your follows and attention and eyeballs. And thanks for listening to me talk for 3 hours. Alright, is anybody streaming right now? Oh my god, Holly's still streaming. Let's go say hi to Holly. She's probably still showing off her pasta alla whatever recipe. Okay, that's a picture of raw meat. Cool. Okay. Well, I'm gonna send you to Holly. What do we want our raid phrase to be? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Bruno is the best juice. I like Meow. Because a good old Shu. I miss Shu. I hope Shu ends up okay. Alright, let's go send Holly a Meow. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I will see you on Saturday. I have therapy tomorrow and no stream on Friday. So, goodbye! Bye-bye!